Take it one day at a time. I feel that's the only way a person can do it. I'm just Ron Turcotte, a human being.
Well, it's no fun rather, to go racing alone. It's always good to bring your friends. Once in a while, they know racing, and other times they don't. But you can set them up for a successful day at the track with a new book that's out. It's called The Newcomer's Guide to Horse Racing, and the author, Paul Imbricas, joins us right now on Race Day America. Paul, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Thanks for having us. What was your impetus, or thanks for joining us, rather.
Okay.
What was your impetus to write The Newcomer's Guide to Horse Racing?
Well, it's kind of almost a perfect storm, you might say. A friend of mine that I used to work with, Hollywood Park, that passed away last year, Tom Connolly, no relation. He was really good with the newcomers, and about 3 years ago, he said, we really got to have something for the newcomers. So we talked about doing the book, and of course, like everything else, you just kind of let it go. So it was a one-year memorial last April of his passing, and I was thinking a lot about Tom, and I was just, at my computer, and I was deleting some old files, and I saw this file that said new book. And I go, I wonder what that is, and then sure enough, I came across a little outline. I said, you know what, I mean, Tom was such a good friend to me and did so much for me. I said, I'm going to do this for Tom, and I'm going to do this for horse racing because we're struggling and we need to generate new fans. That was kind of the impetus
So
behind it.
he'd already created the outline for it?
Together we did.
Okay.
It was called Betting Basics for the Beginner, but I changed the title.
Gotcha.
You did, first of all, great job in laying it out. It really simplifies everything for the newcomers. And as Carolyn and I know, and I'm sure you know as well, when you bring out friends for the first time that don't know racing, and when you've had as much experience at the racetrack as we have had, there's a level of frustration in trying to sit down and talk through with them. Was that kind of part of it, too, is just trying to laying out the layman's terms of racing and the $2 wager and the exacta and the try and things like that?
Yes, Scott. I've been working with the group events departments both at Santa Anita and Hollywood Park, primarily with the newcomers. And the one thing you have to do is you have to try to keep things simple. And that was my main focus on the book, is just to try to, give them a little taste of everything. But, the book could have been like 4 times as thick,
Sure.
But, I do beginner seminars, and I just know you just can't give somebody, too much at one time. So this is just something that it was designed that they could, bring it to the racetrack with them, read it between races, and by the time the end of the day comes along, a lot of their questions have been answered, and they're ready to come back again. That was kind of my motivation.
Well, Paul, my favorite section so far has been the going to the racetrack section, because I think it's daunting even to drive up and enter the gates of a racetrack, and you sort of lay it out from admission to bringing your pens for handicapping to where to pick up your program. Why did you feel like that was so essential?
Again, I think you said the key word, intimidating. A lot of people are intimidated to try something new, especially nowadays when there's so many different wagers available, and anything you want. Like, I was thinking to myself, if I was going to, I've never been to a NASCAR event, but if I was going to go to one, I would like to kind of know what it's all about and what to bring. So I think it's important. One of the key things there I put in there was to bring cash. Okay,
People have asked me that. Can I bet with a credit card?
No, I mean, just a funny story. Recently, Del Mar had this concert, and they don't take cash, and all the kids carry these debit cards these days. So the line at the ATM was longer than the line to get into the admission window. So I thought that was important, to have them bring cash with them. Yes.
Well, the book is very simple, but there is a lot of information in here, no question about it, and it's laid out beautifully from understanding the odds, which is another thing for people coming out, not exactly knowing what 2-to-1 means, or 5-to-2, or 9-to-5, and things like that. But you said that you've done seminars in the past for newcomers. So when you do something like give us a taste of your approach in doing that, in setting up newcomers sitting there looking to take in some information for the first time at the racetrack.
You're talking specifically about the odds. I think the odds are
just in general. I mean,
just in general.
Say you're at a seminar.
Yeah.
How do you set them up? Give us a taste of what you would do in a seminar.
Well, the first thing I do is I ask, how many people have been here are here for the first time, and normally a lot of hands go up. Mm-hmm. And what I do, what I do try to do is before I even go into the types of bets, I do start with the odds. I do want to, because everything's predicated on the win odds.
Sure.
So I basically, first of all, get them to look at the program, and I point out, first of all, the morning line, and I explain that those are, just projected odds, and the actual odds are going to be determined by how we're all betting here today. So, and then I proceed, and I just start with the whole numbers, and I explain that, if it's 2 to 1, you're going to win $2 per dollar bet, and so on and so forth. And then you don't want to get too deep with the 9 to 5s and the 5 to 2s, but that's kind of how I start off. And then I explain that the odds are based on the odds of the horse winning the race.
Sure.
And from there, once I have a feel, they have a feel for the win bet, then I explain about the place in the show betting. And then from there, I kind of go into let's pick a horse. And a lot of times, I do use the program as a tool. And a lot of the programs have, information about, the different wagers and things like that. So I just kind of touch on those things.
Well, Paul, page 12 is key. I had 3 newcomers at the track on Sunday. It said what the different odds paid, and that was the focus of my group. But I only had 1 of these. I didn't have 3 to go around. Where do I get more? I need a stack this thick for my friends.
Okay, well, thank you so much. We have them in the gift shop here at Santa Anita. They're in the gift shop at Hollywood Park. They're online at todaysracingdigest.com and also on Amazon.com. And I do have some in my trunk, so I'd be happy to give you as many as you'd like.
Please do.
Yes.
They'll go to
Let's not give it all away for free, though. Let's sell a couple of them, Paul.
No. And also, I also like to point out, Oak Tree at Hollywood Park is using this as a tool for the group events now.
Yeah, I love it. I must say, this is something that's been needed for a long time. Racing can be extremely intimidating, and this takes some of that away. You walk in, feel like you know just a little something.
And if you need a section on what to wear at the racetrack on big days, Carolyn could probably come up with something for you.
That's the next book.
That's the next stop.
We'll team up.
Okay, sounds
All right.
good.
So when we come back on Race Day America, another guest joining us. It's David Grenning, the Daily Racing Forum's reporter, and he'll be telling us his thoughts on the big weekend from Belmont.
Frenzied excitement, he eats up the ground and charges into the fray, afraid of nothing. When the trumpet sounds,
our father's farm's been losing money for years. To run a horse breeding operation, you need a certain touch. You're a housewife.
I feel like I could make something work.
Miss, this is a gentleman's club, miss.
I need a good trainer.
You need a Lucian Lauren. Dresses like Superfly. He's trying to retire.
I'm tired of babysitting half-ton animals who are stubborn as their owners are. Any other questions?
How much did you spend on that hat?
Have you ever seen
What?
Colt stand up that fast?
Well, Mr. Lauren, what do you think?
I think he eats too much. He lays against the back of that starting gate like he's in the Caribbean.
Secretariat is not afraid, and neither am I.
Horse racing is unforgiving for housewives.
It's like every other million-dollar gamble we housewives make every day. All right, then. Let's show them what you're made of.
If you were to lose just one of those races, you could lose everything.
My father's legacy isn't money. It's the will to win.
You're guaranteeing that this horse is going to win the Triple Crown. Hasn't been done in 25 years.
You're that stubborn.
I'm that right.
She scares me.
Good.
Hey, there's Mama.
Now that you've gotten their attention, every owner, every trainer, every jockey out there is going to be trying to bring us down.
You're about to see something that you ain't never seen before.
Secretariat, rated PG, October 8th.
For 100 years, one family, one farm has set the gold standard. Claiborne Farm.